Welcome to the InnerSelf.com audio version of Taking Charge of Our Life from the Inside Out. Written and narrated by Marie T. Russell, publisher of InnerSelf.com. We are all in need of healing in one form or another. Whether that healing is emotional, physical, financial, or spiritual depends on each one of us, and probably even on what day or time it is, or even on how we look at it. We are a work in progress, and we continue to build and refine what is already there. You are the boss. Contrary to what we've been told or been taught, no one can make us do anything. We make the decision whether to go along with someone else's request or order. Our refusal to cooperate or obey will have consequences, but we still have the final say, even if the consequence is the death of a friendship or job, or even our own death. Ultimately, we are each the boss of ourselves. In the realm of healing, that also holds true. Your health is in your hands. An example of this is if your doctor tells you to quit smoking, or to eat healthier foods, or to exercise, or recommends a medical treatment or surgery. You are the one who makes the decision to follow the doctor's advice or not. You are the boss of you. So, based on that, we see that all healing starts with us. No matter the advice we receive, the knowledge we have, the research we do, we must take action ourselves for any of that to have any beneficial effect. We choose the path to walk, the attitude to take, the direction we're going in. The path may not lead us directly to the solution we seek, but we still choose the path ourselves, taking all angles in consideration. Taking charge of your life. It's easy to blame others or circumstances for anything that isn't flowing in our life. But since we are the ones in charge of ourselves and of our life, we disempower ourselves when we blame others. The way to get out of that is to acknowledge that we made and are making the decisions that led to the life we are experiencing. It can be difficult to own up to the fact that we're responsible for whatever's going on with our life. It's so much easier to blame others, whether that's a husband or wife, kids, our boss, our co-workers, our government, etc. But if we want to make changes in our life, if we want things to improve, we must recognize the things that we need to stop doing, as well as what we need to do. By taking charge, we remove the blockages created by blame, judgment, and lack of responsibility. We get out of our head with its doubts, fears, judgments, etc., and we empower ourselves to create the life we truly desire. Being, not struggling. We were mostly taught that to achieve our dreams, we have to work hard, struggle, and take the difficult road. But what if that isn't true? What if the road to success in all areas of our life is based on trusting our heart to guide us in the right direction? If we're floating down a river, we may get there sooner if we swim, but we'll also get there exhausted and may not enjoy the journey as much. Let's ask ourselves, is it more important to attain the goal sooner, or is it more important to enjoy the journey as we head in that direction? Each person must make their own choice, but maybe we can step away from struggle and instead embrace living in the moment. We can be true to ourselves while still heading in the direction of our goals. How's your breathing right now? Breathing is the source of life. So to take charge of our life, we must also take charge of our breath. Once we retrain ourselves on how to breathe fully, we will be able to let it be natural. But for now, at least for me, I'm learning to focus on my breathing and remember to take slow, regular breaths. In, out. In, out. I find that when I'm stressed or focused on something, or sometimes even just thinking hard about something, I tend to hold my breath or breathe very shallowly. The body then doesn't get the oxygen it needs to function at its best. Even as I write this, I find that I tend to hold my breath as I concentrate on what I'm going to say. Just as we exercise our body, we must exercise our breath and thus retrain ourselves to breathe fully throughout the day, whether we're relaxed or stressed. So whenever you're waiting, on the phone or in line or for an appointment or for an app or web page to load, focus on your breathing. In, out. In, out. Fill in the belly with the in-breath and flatten it with the out-breath. As with anything, the more we practice, the more it will come naturally, and we will have regained the power of the breath. See the possibilities. At times, we may be faced with the complete destruction of a project or a dream, or we may be missing key elements to make our dream come true. This is the time to be creative and to use what we have to the best advantage. Sometimes things just don't work out the way we'd like them to. Yet even when we face a roadblock or a health crisis, we must look at the possibilities. Perhaps the detour is a scenic route that will allow for some pleasure and relaxation. Or perhaps the illness will open us to a whole different perspective that we didn't even know existed. We never know why something or someone is placed on or removed from our path. We must be open to all the possibilities, even those that we had never considered before. Reimagine your life. It's easy to get stuck in a routine or an attitude of, that's just the way it is. But just because something has always been a certain way, or because it's that way right now, does not mean it has to be that way tomorrow or in the future. We can take charge of our life by reimagining our future. Stop for a minute and imagine what you would like your life to be like. At work, at home, health-wise, community-wise, etc., etc. Open yourself up to wonderful possibilities. Each morning and evening, and more often if you can, take a few moments to reimagine your life the way you would like it to be, for your highest good and the highest good of those you love. Let's reimagine the world we want to live in, and then help make it come true. You are the answer. Each one of us is different, so the solution to the same problem can be very different for different individuals. An introvert or extrovert, a healthy or unhealthy person, a mother or a single adult, each one will have different lifestyles and needs, thus different solutions. The key is for us to find what the unique solution is for us. When I was younger, I used to flip a coin when I didn't know what choice to make. However, my purpose was not to have the coin make the decision, but to help me discover what I wanted. If the coin flipped to yes, and I felt disappointed, I then knew that the other side of the coin was the right answer for me. We always know from the inside what is best for us. We are the only ones that truly know that. Sometimes we just need assistance to help clear the cobwebs of our vision, inside and out, to see what the best next step is for us. We are the answer. We are our own medicine. We are our own advisor and counselor. Once we take charge of our life by paying attention and honoring our needs and emotions, the insights and guidance will follow. This article was written and narrated by Marie T. Russell, publisher of InnerSelf.com. We hope that you have enjoyed this article. For over 30 years, we at Inner Self have sought to encourage new attitudes and new possibilities. For more inspiration, visit us at InnerSelf.com. Thank you. Visit the Inner Self Market for new attitudes and new possibilities. You'll find inspiring books, wonderful music CDs, audiobooks, card decks, candles, jewelry, gifts, all kinds of wonderful things. Visit us at market.innerself.com.